Let's quickly remind you that in Ondo State, the 7-day ultimatum issued by the state governor, Rotimi Akeredolu, to herdsmen to vacate the state's forest reserves has expired. But the leadership of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria says the body will be meeting with the Southwest Governors Forum today. Now, we have joining us on this issue via Skype from Lagos, a public affairs analyst, Peter Esele. Good to have you join us, Peter Esele.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
So this is a recurring issue in the country. It is not the first time we're hearing about clashes between herders and farmers, but now it is in the Southwest, and many people think that this has lingered on for too long. We're seeing the same issue in Oyo State as in Ondo State. Wading on this issue, what do you make of it?
I think one thing is very clear: is systemic failure. It shows that the government are not taking it seriously, because this shouldn't be what we should be talking about now. And there are processes to take care of stuff like this. What I expect of Ondo State Governor, for example, is a senior advocate of Nigeria and is a lawyer, so he will know within the ambit of the law the powers that they have. If the herders are in the forest and the governor wants them out of the forest, I think there are processes to take care of that. In those areas, any Nigerian can live anywhere. But if you are living in a forest that is not approved by the state government, I think the government has a right to now go ahead and say you have to come out of the forest if it's a forest reserve. And then what I also expected of the presidency is not for the presidency to come out openly, but that presidency should have used the back channel to address challenges facing in those states and Ondo and Oyo State and several other states across the country.
Right. So many suggestions have been made in terms of how to resolve this crisis. But the major one is the Ruga initiative. A lot of people think that, look, if you're going to use anyone's land, you should at least pay for it. There's the issue of leasing and ranching. Do you think that that's the right thing to do? What do you make of that solution?
I think the way the federal government went about the settlement, which is Ruga, I think that is unacceptable. Nobody will accept that. Because first of all, you are using the funds, the state fund, for somebody to grow his private businesses. So what stops the federal government also approving free money for poultry farmers, free money for goat farmers, or any group of farmers? So if the herdsman wants a land, for example, in Oyo State, they can come together, pay for the land, and buy the land, and then it becomes theirs. But if the federal government is going to acquire land across the 36 states of the federation for people to run their private businesses, I don't think that is right. And I think that is a sticking point there. And it gives room for people to be suspicious. And if there are criminal elements among the herdsmen, I think the law should take its course. And Miyetti Allah should also cooperate with security agencies to fish out the criminals in their midst.
All right, so this has now degenerated into an ethnic conversation where people say, look, oh, it's the Fulanis, the Yorubas, and I mean, a lot of, when you see that conversation on social media, it is becoming more of an ethnic divisive conversation. As the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association meet with the Southwest Governors Forum today, what are some of the issues you think they should address, and how should they move forward?
I think one of the things, for me, one of the sticking points, and where I'm very, very disappointed, is the issue of, if the Ondo State governor has issues like this, there are back channels to address this. And if that fails, then it can come out. And also the federal government, the presidential spokesman, just coming out and also saying the comment he made, I think that is also uncalled for. Because what these guys are doing is that people are forgetting that when the governor speaks, a lot of people are going to listen. And when the president speaks, so many people are going to listen. And so what we have now is that you now have non-state actors getting into the fray. And that is dangerous for our fragile republic.
Public affairs analyst, Comrade Peter Esele, thanks for talking to us.
You're welcome.